All right, VCT 2024 Masters Berlin. 8 teams qualify to fight it out for the championship title. Who do you think is the best team? Well, let's get to it because I know the 8 teams here. I know there looks a lot of teams right here, but don't worry, I know the 8 teams, and we'll be doing 8 teams only today. So, let's start with the underdogs that came out of nowhere. The new team that put fire out in the field, Carmine Corp. This team was just insane to watch. Let me just show you guys the stats right now, right? So I have it pulled up right here. Carmine Corp. The match against the Fnatic one, and actually the crazy one, they put Fnatic down 2-0, which was crazy. Narati and I forgot the Martin, sorry. They are actually so clean. I'm pretty sure if you guys have seen them, they go crazy. And look at their records, right? They're breaking numbers out here. Let me see if there's any more record on it. They are breaking numbers. Only one loss, but they redeemed themselves with a 3-1 up here against Team Heretics. It's actually crazy. It's actually crazy. Um, this team is just insane, right? I have to place them up there. I'm not gonna lie. It has to be S, no? It's either A or S. They remember they put Fnatic down 2-0, won against Team Heretics, even though they lost once against them. They redeemed themselves in the 3-1. I think it has to be a S tier team. I'm not gonna lie. Let me know what you guys think. These guys have a lot to prove. I can believe it. I know, and it'll be a banger to see these guys play again on stage. It'll be insane. Now the second team. Let's go to Gen Z. Another surprising team right now. Putting out numbers. Putting out the stats. Let me just pull up the stats again. Gen Z. Like Gen Z's game was so fun to watch. Like Texture is actually just crazy. Texture and Meteor, these two I've seen this play, and Texture Jet is actually insane on Breeze. Like this boy cannot like what do you call die. Like he just does not die. He always gets his. Like he always gets more than one. Like it's actually crazy. These guys in PRX game were a game to watch. Game to watch. Look at this. They have a green carpet out here. I'm not even sure if they lost a game this season. Maybe once against PRX, but 2024. Like, yeah, there was a one loss against PRX they had, and that's it. And they redeemed themselves in the finals against 3-1 PRX, guys. You know how PRX, the one team reason that everybody thought about, they 3-1 them. It's actually insane. They do have the guys, right? These guys do have the guys to put out the firepower, like Texture and Meteor. These two are. Rest of the team is great. Don't worry. Don't worry. But don't quote me. Everybody is good, but these two, oh my god, these two are a game to watch, and it's 7-2 record. Like it's actually crazy. I believe these guys are not that old team either, right? They look like they have a stats from a while, but like, I didn't hear about them as much as I did this time. Like this season, they're going insane. And I think they have definitely earned a spot at tier A. I think they have to be a tier team because the way they're playing this is so solid, and they have the guys to prove them that they can be the best. They can beat the best teams out there. And now let's go to Sentinels. Why not, right? The 900 something days never won a champions ever. They only won one trophy after the Master Reykjavik, which was their own home game. So I don't think that counts as much just because they were not playing against all the big teams like Loud and Fnatic. But I mean, Sentinel, what a year they had, no? Like Gels is coming in, Pankara being sort of in the sub right now, and tensing again with the Omen, Jekin coming out. I don't think Zekin is 18. He's like 17-year-old going crazy out in the world right now. He's blowing the demons out. Like Zekin has a level of performance that Demon 1 and Darka had at a time. He's proving himself to be that kind of duelist in the team right now. And let's look at the stats. I feel like Sentinel had the biggest run of their life this season. It was actually crazy. They had to play so many games, right? They had to come from all the way bottom to all the way top, losing 0-2 to Loud. This one was actually pretty sad just because they needed to win the split game, and that when they lost the split game, it was actually really rough for them to win. But nonetheless, they redeemed themselves by doing 2-1 in not energy. The 100 Thieves, Leviathan as well, beating the one and only Ass Pass. This game was actually a game to watch. I'm not gonna lie. Beating MMBR. MMBR game was kind of a sweep. Yeah, it was kind of like a one-sided team. I'm not gonna come too much on this, but look, I'm just saying, Jekin is actually insane, and Tens is coming out like crazy, proving his value. Saucy with the bald head, doing his bald things, man. It's actually insane. And don't forget, Gelsis, a vibe. Man is a vibe. The chemistry this team has is actually insane. Some of people might be saying I'm glazing Sentinels, blah blah blah, but they proved themselves. Come on, they have to get a what do you call round of applause for their performance. Like Sentinel was so hated and so like memed on. Like it's actually crazy. They proved themselves. So come on, guys, let them have their moment. Let them have their moment. We gotta praise them. This game, I actually think Sentinel wins this, but they kind of just didn't care after the first game because that's why I needed to qualify. So I'm not going to focus too much on G2 game. But the game against NRG was actually crazy. I mean, 16-14 OT. Like this was a game, man. This was a game. And 18-13 Ascent. I'm not gonna lie, Sentinel Ascent do be struggling a little bit, but nonetheless, 13-3 swept. I think it was 11-1 half. It was actually crazy, like insane. And they redeemed themselves by beating Loud again. That 0-2, they were not gonna take that. Yeah, right here, they were not gonna take that. 3-2ing Loud. It was a 2-0 start, but they fumbled a bit. But yet again, 13-4, a nice sweep. I mean, Sentinel is just Sentinel, man. Like it's going crazy. I'm Don't tell me I'm glazing, guys. I don't know if you will, but it has to be S. It. If they keep the form like FNS was saying, if they keep this up, it's actually going to be really fun match to watch. Like Sentinels cannot go down as a shitty team this year. Like they have too much potential right now, and they have too much like in this line to lose. They cannot lose a game, and they already got 3 points from the what do you call the end of the sorry, I forgot what's called the VCT American. Sorry, by beating Loud, so they're already on a good start. So I mean, Sentinel has to be S tier, 100%. I believe so. If you let me know in the comments, always, guys, always. I always read the comments. So next team, let's go to Team Heretics. Do I have a Team Heretics right here? Team Heretics, what a surprise team, no? Like Benzif is coming out to play. I mean, they're putting out the numbers. They have the guys. Like Team Heretics right here. Let's put up the stats. Like it's Team Heretics really doing a solid job right now. They played 4 games. I didn't watch too much of Heretics, so I'm not gonna be able to like analyze them as much. But I did watch one game, which was Carmine for like I think first 2 maps. So I do have some numbers on these guys. Like a little bit of watch time, but I mean, the foot game. Let's see. I'm just looking at the thing. Right, their team. Let me check their roster again. I'll go back in a second. Let me look at this stuff. They 2-0'd Carmine Corp. Wow, that's surprising because I watched Carmine play obviously, but they were really good, and I'm surprised Heretics got 2-0 on them. Beating Foot 2-0. I mean, kind of expected to be honest. I feel like Foot was not in a great start this season. But again, they lost 1-3 to Carmine. On like I said, Carmine Corp is too consistent, guys. They're actually demons, and they after this loss, they kind of like dialed in. Like it's actually crazy that Carmine Corp came back like this big. Team Heretics, it doesn't matter if they go 1-3. It's still a great team, right? Coming out as underdog, I believe. So I mean, proving to be a force to reckon with. Like look at this. I mean, this season they're looking really strong. I mean, let me look at the overview real quick. Benzifish, right? I was talking about yes, Benzifish. I remember he was a Fortnite player, a pretty popular name out there. To be honest, rest of the team, I'm not too familiar with them, but I do know that they have the guys a little bit. I know Benzifish played pretty well in the cipher there, but I think Tim Herrick's a bit of an underdog right now, so I don't have too much info on these guys. I think I think they're a good B. I mean, they kind of like I would say it's the A or B. Like it's like I think I'll just put it low A right now, just because I haven't seen much of Team Heretics, and I heard they were good, but also heard they are fumbling a bit too. So I mean, I'll just put them at A right now. So we'll see how that works. Let me know what you guys think about Carmen. I mean Heretics. Sorry, I'm not too sure about Heretics right now. It's either B or A, but they're still a good team. I mean, none of the teams are bad right now, guys. None of the teams are bad. It just that depends which team does it better. Which team has the push on the other. Where's Edward Gaming? EDZ. Trying to find their logo, but where is EDZ? Wait, is this EDZ? No, that's not. That's. I mean, I'm just gonna use this logo as EDZ, guys, because I do not know where EDZ logo is. Let me just look again. Alright, whatever. We're just gonna use this as like a EDZ, right? Edwards Gaming logo. Am I blind? Alright, EDZ. Can man. Last year they proved such a force to be reckoned with. This year also doing really good. Let me put the stats again just so you guys know what I'm talking about. Like they are a force, man. Like Can like they have the guys. Can is a demon on its own. Nobody is actually somebody. This boy is actually crazy. Smoggy with them, of course. A clutch coming in. Oh, 104 to 39 record is actually crazy. And I mean, Muggle is still pretty good, but I feel like Muggle and Chichu are still finding. Chichu is insane, by the way, guys. Don't worry. Muggle, I don't know too much about Muggle. I feel like he's kind of like just chilling, doing his thing. But Can, nobody, and Chichu are actually insane. Haodong also, of course, playing his game. Nobody in this team is actually bad. everybody knows how to play well, but their star player has to be Can Can. It's actually too good. He's actually too clean with his things. And let's pull up. All right. 2-1 on Wolves Esport, 2-0 on Trace, 3-1 on Phoenix. I mean, I expect nothing less from these guys. Like, this Chinese team is actually insane. Do not sleep on them. Like, they did a crazy run last year. Crazy, crazy run. And I mean, this year they're still proving to be pretty strong. I have not. Fun Plus Phoenix is the only one I feel like they're playing like really good against right now. I don't know. I don't think Trace Esport and Wolfsburg are really that good, so I can't. But it's still 2-1 them. 2-0 wins a win, right? But I feel like these guys, no matter who they played against, guys, Edwards Gaming is actually insane, and they will be able to fight against a top team like Sentinels, you name it, Gen G, Carmine. They will be able to put up a fight. I believe it. And yeah, I mean, ADG. I'm just gonna call this EDG, guys. It has to be like middle, right? Middle A tier. Between Gen G and Heretics. I feel like they're like good spot right there. Cause Gen G, I'm sorry guys, Gen Z is really good right now. Texture is actually so crazy. They have the guys, they have the plays, they have the knowledge. Gen Z is really solid. I'm actually so down to put Gen Z S, but we'll just keep him at A for now, just because I want to see more from them, right? I'm sure we've seen plenty, but I still want to know because I still want to know how they play. I still want to see their teamwork, just because they are not much of a well-known team. They just got, I believe they got pretty well known this season actually, so that's a good one. Now, Loud. Whew, okay. Sure. Loud lost Sentinel on the VCT American. Sure. Sure, they had ups and downs like easy. No, that's last year. Sorry, not easy. What? Right, but they had ups and downs with Sentinel. I don't know why that's like. I thought easy was this. I don't know why. But sure, they lost one. But remember, 2-0 Sentinel on the first, 2-1 Leviathan, the peak Leviathan with the ass pass in there, 2-1, proving they did not need ass pass to win. They can do it with Shadak. I genuinely believe with Shadak, this team is still insane. Without Sadak, I don't know anymore, but with Sadak, this team is actually like insane. They are gonna stay top tier no matter what. Sadak is the god IGL. Like on Sentinel's game when they were down 2-0 maps, like Sadak was still smiling, hyping up his team. It's crazy IGL, crazy IGL. I mean 2-1 easy, like 2-1 Leviathan, 2-0 Sentinels. Sure they lost this, but I'm telling you guys, this game could have gone either way. Sure, Sentinel kind of won the first two games pretty easily, but remember, Sunset Sentinel has proved worthy with the Gecko, right? Split's the Sentinel's playground. I don't think there's any team right now that's as good as Sentinel on Split. There's the Demon on Split, okay? On Icebox, it was new for both teams. I think it was the first time playing Icebox. A really close game could have gone either way. Bind again, 13-8. I think Loud kind of swept this one a little bit. But again, Lotus Sentinel wins, right? But still, this game could have gone either way, and you cannot tell me Laos still not one of the best teams just because they lost one game. They're still solid. They have their core. They have the players. They have the members. They have the mental. They have the teamwork. Kawazine proving crazy initiator. Sada, come on, I already talked about it. Two U's with the clutches against Sentinel. I saw it was crazy. Quick is pretty okay. I mean, I feel like Quick is one of the people who prove himself worthy when the time comes to. Less is just more, bro. It's insane. It has to be S tier, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Loud, it has to be like S tier. I'm not doing any kind of like high low on S. I feel like S is just S tier. I can't tell you like Sentinel is all best and Loud second best. Karma is like I can't do that. It's all the team right here on S tier is good. On A tier, I feel like it goes Gen G, EDG, and then Heretics. But you can correct me if I'm wrong. What do you think? But now let's get to Fun Plus Phoenix FPX. Do I have their logo here? Oh my god, am I missing another logo? Okay, guys, I'm sorry. Yeah, this might be a bit rough. I should probably import some logos before I did this. All right, whatever. We'll just call like this FPX, all right? Fun Plus Phoenix, this DFX thing, we'll just call it Fun Plus Phoenix. I'm sorry, it's a bit messy, but Fun Plus Phoenix, quite an interesting team in my opinion. Like they are good. Don't get me wrong, but I feel like they have still yet to prove that they can still remain on the top, and they have to do it by winning this Carmine game. And I'm sorry, but I feel like Carmine will win this. But we'll see in case they post something. But yeah, right here, right? 2-0 Nova Esports 2-1. It's still a good record, right? 2-0, 2-1, 2-0, 3 wins, one loss against EDZ, right? I mean, come on, it's EDZ, guys. It's EDZ. You cannot tell me these guys are not crazy. Now FPX, I feel like they have still a lot to prove. I don't think they have shown us enough to where we can tell like where this team is supposed to be placed. And I'm not gonna lie, this might be the only team I'll put at like a B tier right now. Only team maybe a B tier. This is, remember, this is for FPX. It's not DFX. Like I'm trying to call it FPX, but yeah. I think they're the only B team, just because we haven't seen much from them. I feel like they have not played against the top teams that we want to see them play against. Where do they go? Only one is EDZ, and they lost 1-3. So quite the soup, right? This was a close game, but 6-13, like pretty insane game. And I feel like I can't tell much from just one game. It's like impossible to tell them just because we have not seen them play against like any other big teams. So right, so I was thinking that a B tier right now. I mean, they might be able to prove themselves more useful, but for now, B tier. Now Paper X, the one team reason demons. Without Jing, are they still good? Yes, of course. It's Paper X, man. The funnest team to watch ever. I would say they are the funnest team to watch ever. The Warriors. Now Paper X, sorry. Okay, they are an insane team, but this year they do have a lower power level just because Jing is not playing. Don't get me wrong, they have the guys. Something is crazy. Forsaken is Jason. Come on, Susanto. He's insane. David, come on, D4. I can't say his name, guys, but D4 V4. um, I mean, this is insane, man. This team is full of like crazy solo players, like individual skills and team skill. Like it's crazy. It's crazy. Jing was definitely a good addition in this team, but he's gone now, so that's a bit disappointing. But Marnier is definitely proving to be a good enough core to be able to play in this team. I don't know if you can fill the hole for the Jing. Definitely not. Jing was one of a kind, but they're still a solid team. Don't get me wrong. Let's look at the history, right? 2-1 Gen Z, right? So this like Gen Z got pretty much. I mean, it was close, right? But they got pretty much owned a decent amount. I mean, obviously the second 13-10, that's a close one, but 13-7, that's pretty much a sweep right there. They won against T1 pretty comfortably, to be honest. Yeah, like it's pretty comfortable win. Gen Z lost pretty badly, right? This game, yeah, 5-13. Fourth, yeah, like it's definitely like rough for PAPERX. I feel like they're still finding their place with Martin yet, but nonetheless, still insane team, right? It's still insane team, but I don't know if they're S tier right now. I feel like they're high A. I mean, sure, Gen Z beat them, right? But 1-3. But I feel like it's like hovering. Like I feel like Gen Z and PAPERX are pretty good level right now, just because I feel like both these teams are trying out their players. I don't think Marnie yet is really like working for PAPERX as much as I thought he might, but they're still working, right? They're also working on the chemistry, and I mean, it could go either way. Like PAPERX could just go insane or go kind of home. So I feel like it has to be like around this like ish area. Yeah, like I feel like they're a bit below Gen Z just because Gen Z has proven to be so strong, such a demonic force. That I feel like PAPERX cannot really go ahead of them right now. So I feel like they are still a good team, but I don't know if they're top right now. Right now, right? I mean, that's the 8 teams for VCT: EDZ, PAPERX, Sentinel, Heretics, Gen G, Loud, Corp Gaming, FPS. Let me know what you guys think about this tier list right here. Cloud9 S tier, by the way. I'm 100%. Oh, okay. Let me not quote them like that. Yeah, but anyways, insane team. Thank you for watching, guys. I really appreciate you guys coming in. Let me know what you think. Of course, I always leave comments. I love reading my comments. I love you guys as well. So yeah, thank you.